Aubergine.
So winter in China is really, really cold, especially if you live in the south. And I know what you're thinking. But Keller, how can it be colder in the south than the north in winter? And that's a good question. Well, if you are in the Nanjing, Shanghai area and below, there's really not heating very much anywhere in like southern China. And central heating doesn't really exist outside of like supermarkets. So it's not really uncommon to like wake up in the morning and to like see your own breath in your house. And it's very common for Chinese people to like kind of just wear their coats all day inside their house. Sometimes even with like the windows open, which I think is a little bit weird. So I've come with a few tips on how to survive a Chinese winter. The first thing I recommend is well, I suppose they're called space heaters in English. It's like a fan looking thing, but without the blades, and it heats up really fast and it glows like this orange color, and they actually get really, really hot. But they're not really effective at heating up a whole room. So like what people do is they kind of like sit in front of these. Like I've seen people that maybe work in a cold place that's not heated. They'll just plug one of these in and just sit there the whole time. I do this too when I'm at home. Like when I get home, it's like the first thing I turn on, and I just sit there on my computer with this heater directly on me. And actually sometimes, since they're like so hot, I kind of use them as dryers sometimes, like to dry my clothes, because you know dryers don't really exist in China, but that's a topic for another time. Number 2, so every apartment usually comes with like these AC units that kind of double as heaters. Sometimes they don't actually, so you kind of just, you have to buy one. And if you buy one, like I've noticed that the really tall ones are very, very effective at heating. They could probably heat more than one room at a time, but these ones that come with our apartments, they're kind of only good for heating one room. So I guess like I'm lucky that my apartment's only one giant room, but I don't really use mine anyway because I don't really feel the need to. So if you have an air blowing heater, I 100% recommend these as the best way to heat your houses and apartments. Mainly because if you turn it off, your apartment will probably get cold pretty fast. That's because all our apartments are made out of cement, as you can see. Cement. And there is no way you are ever going to be able to heat up these cement walls or the like marble tile floors, which leads me to my third thing. Number 3, slippers. No, not those slippers, these slippers. So as I just said, our floors are pretty much made out of marble tile, which actually don't look that bad. I really like them, they're really easy to clean. Since you are not ever going to be able to heat up these floors, people wear slippers here. But since it's Asia, we would really do that anyway. But you can buy slippers that are really warm for a pretty cheap price. I think I got mine for like 30 yuan. And if you combine them with like thick socks and sweatpants and the next thing I'm going to talk about, you probably don't really even need a heater. Number 4, heat packs. So what I have are these like heat packs. I believe they originated in Japan, hence the Japanese on the front. But basically what you do is you open this and then you peel off the back and you stick it onto your clothes, and they stay warm for like 12 hours, so it can get you through a whole day. I'm actually wearing 3 of them right now because they're really warm. I got 2 in my pockets. I actually found like 3 packs at the bottom of my closet, and I wanted to try them before I made this video, so they're working really well. And I found out that their expiration is like 4 years, so you can just buy a bunch of packs, and if you don't use them all, well, you can just use them next year. So I really love these. Like the heat, once they heat up, it can like go through your whole coat, and then you're just warm like all day. They cost like 10 yuan for like a pack of 10, so like 1 yuan for one, which is like extremely cheap. And number 5, bathroom lights. Bathroom lights are hot? Yeah, so in China, when you go into the bathroom in winter, you have these very large, very bright, very hot lights that can heat up the whole room like immediately. And they're actually very warm. So what I usually use them for are like drying my bathroom floor, because the way bathrooms are designed in China, the whole entire room gets wet, which is also another topic for another time. But I don't really recommend you use these if you're like a very environmentally conscious person, because they don't look like they're good for the environment at all. So I rarely use them, but they are really, really warm. Maybe if it's like extremely cold that day, I will, use these lights. So those are my 5 tips for surviving winter in China. I hope you guys liked this video. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.